Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing great too. And today I'm going to talk about the routine of a homeschooler. Believe me, it's a very hard question. It's my 25th attempt almost of making this video, of trying to answer this question, and every time it goes beyond 20 minutes, which I don't want it.
My mama.
My baby. So let me try to answer this question. Amidst a lot of interference. First, I'm going to talk about my recent routine. We are studying science, mathematics, Spanish, English, and guitar. We just have recently started studying science from the book. Before, what we were doing or still what we are doing, is we talk about our recent events. We read the articles of what's happening, and we watch the videos related to those articles, and we talk about it. That's how we learn about science. That's not difficult. For example, recently in the news you would see the spread of coronavirus, and we read the articles, and in the articles and in the news also they tell us what is coronavirus. And when you are reading about, or when you are listening about what is coronavirus, you get to know about all the viruses, how they behave actually, what are their characteristics and how they really behave. So the same way we get to know what is an epidemic, what is also a pandemic. And one question you ask, you get one answer, and another with that answer you get 20 more questions. So you keep on answering, you keep on finding the answers of those questions, and you keep on learning a great deal of things which are very much related to your life, which is something that you see happening around you. And this makes a lot of sense. But recently what we started learning about periodic table and the elements, what are the elements, and what are the compounds. And we got to know that our hair, they have oxygen, they have nitrogen, sulfur, and this thing, like, first we are reading about the elements, and then we got to know that everything, like our skin and everything around us, what is the composition of these things. And this is very intriguing thing. Like, it makes everything so interesting and so full of knowledge around us, and we get to learn a lot of more things. So this was all science and mathematics. When I was a kid, when I used to go to school, I used to think that mathematics has nothing to do with the practical life. But now, when I've started teaching my own daughter mathematics, because first I have to revise all those concepts and learn about them, and now I'm not learning mathematics with the intention to pass any class or to get grades or marks. I am studying it for the enjoyment, or for the purpose of teaching it and making the concepts easier for my daughter. I found out that there is nothing so much related to our physical life, physical world, than mathematics. Whenever I look at the flowers, the trees, and I look at the patterns, the symmetry, the shapes, and it's amazing. Like mathematics, geometry, arithmetic, the graphs. Wow. When you are solving simultaneous equations and you are making a graph of them, two simultaneous equations, and x on those lines, you can find the answer of multiple, like if you see what an X is, you can just right away know what a Y is, what is the value of a Y. Like this is, I don't know if you were as excited as I am. I just cannot describe to me how describe to you how deeply mathematics touches me. Like this is a beautiful subject. I love it. So I try to explain it in all different possible manners that I could explain it to my daughter. And then English language. She knows how to speak and she knows how to write also, but we still keep on reading literature. Yes. Like we are reading Things Fall Apart these days, and this is a lot about African culture, so we get to talk about African culture, then we compare it with our culture, and there's so many things that we then talk about, and we get to learn a lot. And then we're learning Spanish because she has an interest in guitar. Yes. This is broken.
No. Mama.
Madi. She has an interest in guitar, and she wants to learn Spanish. Also because I love learning languages too. I would not deny the fact that because I have interest in learning languages, that's why I also want her to learn languages. I asked her to learn French, German, and Spanish, but she said, "Mother, it's going to be too overwhelming for me, so I just want to learn one language at a time." So I asked her what she wants to start with, and she said she wants to go with Spanish first. And then what else? I think that's it. These are the things that we study, and we try to study it, touch upon every different thing. We don't have any time. Like if we were talking about the African culture, and if we are looking up different things, different words and their meanings, and if it's going to take a whole day, we're happy with it. At least we're learning something. That's the most important thing for us. And this is basically the routine of my elder daughter, who's 11 years old, and the other one who's just coming in and out of the video. We just keep on learning all the time. I believe the first 7 years of a child are, you just work hard on that child for 7 years, and then just leave that child on his own. Those are the very, very, those elementary years are very important for the development of that child. So, but I am not forcing her to learn anything. She herself comes up, and she's so fascinated with the alphabet. She always asks me, "Mama, what is this? A, B, C?" And whenever she sees whenever she sees ABC or the letters written everywhere, anywhere, she always goes like, "Mama, this is ABC." No, Madi, we cannot take it out. A, B, C. And you guys can also check my Instagram. I'm going to share the link with you guys. And there I am posting her videos, how she is learning and what is she learning. I think it's going to be of some interest for you. And I think that's it. And I have developed this kind of routine after too much of... I have been through a lot of phases of... This routine actually has been through a lot of phases of evolution. And we're pretty happy with the routine that we have right now. And we don't feel that we're not doing anything at all. And we are learning the knowledge that we're seeking and the understanding that we're getting of the world. That's pretty much our focus is on. I hope you like it, and anything you want to ask me or anything that you want to tell me, just let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.